The ripple effect of gratitude. At one of the lowest points in my entire life, I started asking this one question. I started focusing on the results, and it changed everything. In this video, I'm going to be talking about when you become truly grateful in your heart, everything changes. So let me back up for a minute and tell you what happened. I was at a very low point in my life. I had lost all of my money, but I went in massive debt, had lots of creditors calling. It just wasn't a fun time. And I felt like giving up. Have you ever been at a point that you thought, I just need to give up. I see no way out. Well, this was one of the few times in my life that I just wanted to quit. Didn't know how I would really change anything. I felt hopeless. If you've ever felt hopeless, when you start asking this one question and you focus on the results, it changes everything. So every morning I got up and I would say, what am I really grateful for? Now, when I first started doing that, honestly, I'm just being really direct. I didn't think of anything. I was like, what? And I had someone that was embezzling from me, that someone on my team has been stealing from me. I went to I'm in all this debt. I don't know what to do. I couldn't even get my head to think about anything I was grateful for. But I kept asking the question. And then I started saying, well, if I was grateful, what would it be? I said, well, I guess because I do live in America. And I knew America was awesome. I've always loved America. America is great. So I started saying, what about America is great? And I started listing things. I started writing them down. I started doing this every morning. And to this day, if you wanted me to tell you what I'm grateful for, I could spend hours telling you what I'm grateful for because I fed it so much. But I started thinking about, we have roads to drive on. I mean, things that were not really a big deal. They were little bitty things. I guess I had food today. I guess whatever, instead of all the things that were making me feel so terrible. But again, ask yourself the question, write it down, do it every single day. Take it like medicine. Take it in the morning, take it at night if you need to. You might need your medicine twice a day. But start saying, what am I really grateful for? And then focus on it, think about it, meditate on it, dwell on it. Well, here's what happens. When you are living with an attitude of gratitude, your thinking ability goes up. You actually just think better. You can start seeing solutions that you didn't see before. You start really, maybe I need to ask someone something. You start really just looking for solutions because, well, I guess I'm grateful there's some lessons I could learn from that. I'm grateful that I was even able to try. But it starts making you think a whole lot differently. You also change your mindset. You start thinking about abundance instead of scarcity. Because whatever you feed grows and whatever you starve dies. So if you're grateful for things, guess what? You're going to be having more things to be grateful for. You're going to start being grateful for your family. For if you have $10 in the bank, $10 to spend that day, be grateful for it. A lot of people don't have that. And then pretty soon it'll be 100, then 1,000. And then it just keeps growing as long as you're truly grateful. So you start thinking abundance mindset. You start thinking differently. I want you to think about gratitude in relationships. How does it affect your relationships? If you start really being grateful for the people that are around you, and I'm not talking just pretending, but you're really grateful. Do you know what? They love it. And you can't fake it. Don't fake it. If you fake it, they know that it's a lie. They go, oh yeah, you're just saying that. Mean it. And as silly as this sounds, my wife takes such great care of me. I'm grateful when she makes me a sandwich. And her sandwiches are a work of art. They're like, I make a sandwich, I throw it together, I eat it, and it's okay. She makes a sandwich, I'm like, man, that is so good. I'm so grateful for it. Some people say, it's a sandwich, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all the things she does. I'm grateful for our teammates, for my son, for my daughter, for just our clients that we have. You start having more and more to be grateful for. It really changes, and you know what? They feel that when you're grateful toward them. Now they want to make you a sandwich more, or they want to do whatever else that is because they know they're appreciated. And don't you want to be appreciated? Everyone wants to be appreciated. So we need to be grateful toward other people. What about your staff? Let's talk about business and income. If you are appreciative of what they're doing, not of, oh yeah, they made some mistakes, and you keep harping on how they blew it, well, you've blown it too. So have I. We've all blown it. We've all made mistakes. But if you are grateful that they show up, grateful that they try, grateful that really for their contribution, it changes everything. I remember many, many years ago, we had a manufacturing company. And I remember the first time I did this, it was profound to me. I don't even know how I thought of it, but we had, at this time, maybe 20 people sitting around in a circle that were all part of our team. And I went around the room, and I had thought this through before, but I said, Bob, let me tell you about Bob. Bob shows up every day on time. Now, I could also tell you Bob had a lot of issues in his life, but I fed what I was grateful for. Then I went to the next person, and I said, Mary, let me tell you something about Mary. And I meant every word I said. But I focused on what I was grateful for with every single person. And you know what? We did that not all the time, but maybe once a quarter. And it just started making everyone feel good that they were part of this team and appreciated. And it wasn't fake. It wasn't phony. It changed. They wanted to produce more. They did produce more. They did more. So you want to think about that. If your team is not producing, go look in the mirror. Maybe you're not showing your gratitude. Maybe you're not really grateful toward them. Another thing that being grateful and thankful for, it attracts more opportunities. You know what? If you're grateful for what you have, other opportunities will show up. Other people are like, I want to work with him or her. I think they're really grateful. They'd be fun to work with. But if you're always negative and you're always, I don't have enough, my team doesn't do, who wants to work with that person? Who wants to collaborate with you? Not many people. So you're going to miss out on a whole lot of opportunities if you don't live with an attitude of gratitude. One other thing I want you to think about, stress. When you're not grateful and you're focusing on all the bad that is around, like with me, like that person embezzled, and I owe all this money, and our books are not up to date, and that person didn't do their job here, and I could go down the list. I just felt overwhelmed. It seemed like nothing was going right. You know what? I kept feeding that. That's what was growing. When I started feeding what I was grateful for, that started growing. Well, you know what? I started feeling better. The stress starts going away. Your health is directly related to your emotions and your feelings and what you believe. Do you know that you're going to be much more healthy if you live with an attitude of gratitude? So again, ask that one question. What am I really grateful for? Do it every single day. Write down the answers. Then go back and review them. Meditate on them. Think about it. And where I was at one point in my life, really saying, I'm giving up. I'm done. I'm over. Well, it all changed when I started asking that question, writing down the answers, meditating on it. So I give you that same challenge. With you, what are you grateful for? What is it that you could be grateful for? And if you are thinking about, well, I'm not grateful because, be grateful if someone sings terrible in your family. Be grateful you have ears to hear them. It's so funny. We can turn anything around and be grateful. But I'm going to challenge you today to make a list. Start asking that question. Make that list. Start focusing on what you're grateful for. And you know what? You're going to have more to be grateful for. Remember, whatever you feed grows, and whatever you starve dies. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and more importantly, I hope that you become grateful for all the things around you, even the things that may be a little challenging. And I'll say one last thing on this. Sometimes we're not grateful when we have problems, when we make mistakes, when other people do. Be grateful, because now you know what doesn't work. You know that you can change. You can learn from that. You can get that nugget. Be grateful for everything and watch how it shifts everything. So once you start doing this, I would ask you to reach back out to us. Write it in the comment of this video. I started doing this and here's how it changed me. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you use it, more importantly. And as always, remember to expect success. Thanks.